Hilton brings you new ways to stay, with experiences that let you capture the glory days. Introducing the Graduate Hotels. Each inspired by local college towns, these stays are always original and never boring. Get in touch with traditions all across the country and enjoy a stay that's a class above the rest. Book at Graduate Hotels with Hilton Honors Points at Hilton.com. It's a win-win. Hilton, for the stay.
USAA knows dynamic duos can save the day, like superheroes and sidekicks or auto and home insurance. With USAA, you can bundle your auto and home and save up to 10%. Learn more and get a quote at USAA.com/bundle. Restrictions apply.
Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile. I don't know if you knew this, but anyone can get the same premium wireless for $15 a month plan that I've been enjoying. It's not just for celebrities. So do like I did and have one of your assistants switch you to Mint Mobile today. I'm told it's super easy to do at mintmobile.com/switch.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan, equivalent to $15 per month required. Intro rate first 3 months only, then full price plan options available. Taxes and fees extra. See full terms at mintmobile.com.
From the Fifth Quarter Studio in Madison, Wisconsin, you're listening to the Coaching Youth Hoops Podcast.
They're playing basketball.
Here's our hosts, Steve Collins, and Bill Flitter.
All right, welcome to Coaching Youth Hoops.
Coach,
how are you?
Welcome. Hey, great.
See, I got my snowball hat on today.
Oh my gosh, so you were all outfitted with brand.
So this is like
I just got a sweater on today. I usually don't wear sweaters.
Hey, but you didn't get any snow in California, like Louisiana, and the Panhandle got like 10 inches. Can you
really?
imagine? Oh, you didn't see that?
I didn't see that.
The Panhandle got 10 inches. People were ice skating on Bourbon Street in New Orleans.
What?
Oh yeah, you should Google.
Oh, I gotta Google that. I
totally it was crazy. That. It was like they shut schools down for like a week. Well, there's probably like one.
How did I miss this? Where was I?
Miss this? No, it was like 10 inches. They got 10 inches this week.
When?
In the Panhandle.
Oh my goodness.
They got more snow than we do. We have maybe like a half an inch right now. I know.
I've been helping coaches.
Oh, you've been helping coaches with yes.
Instead of reading the news.
Yeah, you should always read the news. Okay. Let's give a big shout out to our sponsors, Coach.
Coach, go check out Game Changer. Go to gc.com/coaching youth hoops for all your stats, game tracking, and now highlights. So the thing that I love about Game Changer, it's free. Second thing I love about Game Changer, it provides me all the stats that I need for my grade school teams. I don't need anything more than that. They also just launched a feature that allows you to easily do game highlights, so you can show clips, but also players can grab those clips, put it on social media if they like. But I use that as a teaching tool for my team. Check out how we did this, or here's some things we need to improve on. Again, go to gc.com/coaching youth hoops for more information.
And what else we got?
We got more, Coach. We always got something, right?
Okay.
We want to provide you guys with lots of value. So go to coachingyouthhoops.com/drills.
Yep.
We've boiled down all of the. No, I'm just kidding. I wish we could. We will eventually get there. All the drills someday. All the drills on the internet down to what works. We've tried them all.
Every one
of them. Billion. Yes. We basically compiled everything that we know that works, feedback that we got from coaches and other drills, because we know how overwhelming it is when you have a specific need and don't know what to do or what drill that could actually help your team. Leverage Coach Collins' 30 years plus coaching basketball.
More than that, yeah.
Right. And he's taken all, in my extensive experience in coaching youth we boiled that down into a very helpful resource. So go check it out at coachingyouthhoops.com/drills. Leave your feedback. We would love that. This is in beta. We're still playing around with it, testing it, but we can't do that without you. So again, coachingyouthhoops.com/drills.
All right. So what's today's topic, Coach? This was your baby. This topic.
Yeah, I was thinking about this because I'm living this world. I have AAU tryouts coming, and we've had discussions around naming of teams. Okay, let me drill into that. What does that mean? So, if you have
teams is not like Blue Jay or the galloping horses. That's not what you meant.
No. So within an AAU organization, and this is really talking to those coaches involved, if you have influence on the organization and the naming of the teams within the organizations. So we'll use an example. You have 2 5th grade teams. Basically, you're going to do an A and a B team. Okay. So the naming of that team is absolutely crucial. Do you call them we'll use the Blue Jays, the Blue Jay elite team and the Blue Jay gold team. Okay. So what happens?
You put the word elite or high or something, everything.
Yes. And what happens then is the people on the gold team who think they should be on the elite team, you just open up the door to all kinds of problems with parents. Well, why is my kid on the gold team? They should be on the elite team. And here's why, right? You're just going to cause a bunch of problems.
Yes.
And so I would advocate to change the naming convention of your teams and just keep it real simple. Just go, 5th grade / coach's name. So 5th grade Collins team, 5th grade Flitter team. And then you do away with that. Because the other issue that comes up is at the tournaments. No, we want you had your gold team. No, we want your elite team.
Right.
So no, you can't. No, we only want that team. Right. So in this particular case too, it may help you when you're scheduling your tournaments. It just alleviates lots of problems. Okay. Now that's kind of the naming convention of the teams. The question I want to ask you, Coach Collins, is should you even have an A and a B team?
At the AAU level?
At the AAU level.
Yes. Okay. I think so.
I guess the alternative would be a mix, right?
I think it's different for school teams. I think it's different for yes, I think you want to put them in the right tournaments in the competitive level too. You don't want them to go and lose every game by 47 points.
Right.
So that's part of it. I think I love the labeling idea, but I think, it's a talented and gifted program for basketball players. It really is. And it's like, I'm not going to put a kid in geometry when they should be in calculus. Yeah. And it goes back to our last episode. It's like, I just wanted my son at the right level. I didn't need him to be in the elite team and be the 12th guy. I wanted him to develop and it really wasn't, I knew his basketball career would be his basketball career. It wasn't whatever. I wanted him to have his career. I've already had mine, like kind of thing.
Well, and just like the labeling of that though. So are we doing, I don't like labels. I don't like whatever. It's like, again, I don't either.
Hey, but before we dive into that, let's give a shout out to our other sponsor, Coach, before we dive into labels.
Sure. Yeah. Coaches, go check out Curve Health. They're providing pro level health services to high school coaches and players. And it's free right now. They're offering, just for Coaching Youth Hoops, they have a free health assessment that they're going to provide to you. They're going to give you access to healthcare professionals, mental trainers, also physical therapists. They have an app that's also powered by AI to do physical therapy. It's absolutely amazing, and it's free for a limited time. Go check it out at coachingyouthhoops.com/health.
All right, so go back to the label discussion you were talking about.
Yeah, so the label discussion. the but are we doing our kids a disservice long term when we're saying, well, I don't care if you're on the elite team or not? And what I mean by that was like, well, why aren't we pushing our kids to be on the elite team, right? And well, we'll settle for the B team, right? That mentality of that
Yeah.
type of thing, right? Um, and this goes more to the psychology behind all of this and raising children. And are you know, like there's no blueprint for any of this stuff, and you got to know your kids, and they're all individuals. But I don't know. What do you think about that? It's kind of an open-ended
No, it's hard.
discussion on
It's
that.
like you know your kid better than I know your kid, 100%.
Right.
And there's kids that, I mean, Caitlin Clark should be playing with boys, and Caitlin Clark's dad knew that what he needed to do. But there's only one Caitlin Clark.
Yeah.
And her mentality was that my guess at a extremely young age.
Yeah. Right.
Competitive, kind of, you know, blah, blah, blah. But if your kid's not that and not trying to do that, then you got to get them into the right spot. You know what I mean? I think you want to push, but not over push. I mean, like you said, parenting is a difficult thing.
Yeah, and it is.
You want to give opportunities, but there's this finite balance. There really is.
Okay. So you know, this again, we're talking about picking names. You know, the naming convention, which is really important to help coaches. You know, like do away with the arguments they're going to get with parents on those fringe players that could have gone either way. Okay.
Yes.
So we've decided, there should be an A and a B team. You have that luxury of the number of players because you want the better players playing together and playing against, better players. And it doesn't mean that year two that your player who's on the B team can't make the A team if they put the work in to do that. And that's what they want to strive for. So how do coaches pick their A and the B team? What is a process that they could do? And
it's hard because you don't know what's going to change. That's why I think it's hard because all of a sudden number 9 and number 10 on the A team, quote unquote A team, get moved down to the B team when they're in 6th grade, not 5th grade. I mean, there is a little bit of a fluid thing to this.
God forbid you move a A player down to the
B team. I know,
Coach. What did you just say?
I know, but I mean, it
setting that kid up for failure for the rest of his life, bud. You can't say that. You can't do that.
It happens.
5th grade player. I know. I'm just kidding.
It happens.
Obviously
and
joking.
the problem is that's why it's better when parents aren't coaches. And it's hard. That's hard, obviously, from an administrative standpoint, not to necessarily have, but I think they can make more of subjective, objective decision a little bit.
I was going to say, I told you I have tryouts coming out, so this is front and center to me, and I'm using your player evaluation
form
to do it.
Where could people get that?
Oh, you're gonna put me in the spot.
I am, because I see
I know. I was looking like I was struggling. I was like, where did I
looking?
I'm trying to
here it is. I'm trying to give you a gap. Okay, how do they get? How do
they? So go to Coaching Youth. This is your favorite because it's a long URL, but it's at basketball tryout evaluation forms. But I'll tell you quicker. Go to coachingyouthhoops.com and click on our free resources tab at the top of the website, and you'll see a tryout and evaluations. And we walk you through tryout and evaluations and how to do them the right way. And it's a free resource. It's a great form, very in-depth. And what I think that will help you do, it helps you organize your tryouts and how you grade each player. So you have a paper trail. This is, it's not subjective anymore, right? So you're going, it's like, here's where I graded them. The other thing I think what's really important is how you set up the tryout to have this A and the B team and to make sure players are in the right is, typically you should do at least 2 days for tryouts. Day one is, okay, who do we have? What's the mix of players? Like, okay. And then you'll know after day one where a player will start to fall. And then you start doing your matchups on day 2 of tryouts. Let's have, a potential A player go up against this, borderline AB player and see how the B player does against the A player. Okay, great. They did well, didn't do well. Then you can start categorizing, moving players around. But look to do those matchups. Like, we're doing tryouts this week, and we're going to do a warm up. We're going to go 1-on-1, 3-on-3, and 5-on-5. That's our tryout. We want to see how kids play. In the 1-on-1, I want to see like what you can get a lot just out of that. You can see their ball handling skills, their decision making skills. How do they create space and separation? Right? How do they do on their own 1-on-1? Limit the number of dribbles they have so they're just not going crazy on the dribbles. Right? So you can see a lot very quickly. And then I was even considering going 2-on-2 because I just want to see what's their basketball IQ? Are they going to send an on-ball screen and then roll to the basket? Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, they are, right? Right. Those little things that you can see and attune to. 5-on-5, like if you start off with that, your players can get lost.
They can.
And never touch the ball or never feel like
you can't evaluate.
You
can't evaluate a tryout in that big.
Yeah. So, we have, I think, we'll have 60 girls 70 girls this week to evaluate. And I also have not only the coaches, I asked, I have my assistant coaches doing evals for teams that they won't coach, right? So they, kind of unbiased opinion. I have actually 2 parents that I trust who've played basketball, who are not, I call them independent evaluators. They're not evaluating their own kids in their own age group. They're doing a different age group. So this way we have just more input and more eyes.
Yeah, I've always had like even at our younger levels in our youth program, similar to an AAU program, we've had like my coaches go in. We have nothing in the tank as far as the evaluations go. I think that's important. All right, anything else, Coach?
Yeah, coaches, just take your time with the evaluations, have a paper trail, make sure that you're communicating what you're looking for and what kind of program you're building to the parents. And even just that communication piece alone will go a long way. And, just have a plan going into the tryouts. Look at the naming convention. I think that is a key. It will really cut down on the number of arguments you have with parents over time. Do away with the elite naming convention unless you only have one team.
Right. If you have one team, they're elite. Coach, give a big shout out to our sponsors here as we go out.
Coaches, go check out Game Changer. Go to gc.com/coaching youth hoops for all your in-game stats. And our high school coaches, if you're listening, go to Curve Health. They're going to give you a free assessment for your team, free health assessment for your team. They're basically an online clinic that is doing an amazing job in the mental health side of things, the physical health side of things, nutrition, and a lot more coming. Go to coachingyouthhoops.com/health for more information.
All right. Till next week, Coach.
Till next week.
This podcast is part of the Sports Social Podcast Network.
If your brain is at full capacity with to-dos, birthdays, dinner plans, meet Skylight Calendar. It syncs your entire family's schedule onto a sleek digital display, so you focus on important things, like where you left your coffee. Right now, Skylight is offering our listeners $30 off their 15-inch calendars by going to skylightcal.com/talk. Go to skylightcal.com/talk for $30 off your 15-inch calendar. That's SKYLIGHTCAL.com/talk.